Hi everyone, I'm Johan, and I'll be your presenter.
Hello, anyone there?
Hey Pelle, what are you up to?
I'm just playing some video games. I have a new game where you...
Haha, video games? Video games or internet didn't even exist 50 years ago, you know?
Really?
Yeah, sorry, that's gotta be difficult to understand. And I'll tell you something else that's strange.
What's that?
Well, there wasn't even TVs or radios 100 years ago.
No TV?
I know it sounds weird, but you know there's a place made out to be exactly like 100 years ago? You see the door over there?
Yeah.
Go through there. Just mind the step. Hey Pelle, welcome. I see you ended up on the rooftop. Grab a hold of the chimney so you don't fall down.
Where am I?
You're in old Linköping. This is what it looked like 100 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
You could call it a pretend city if you like. You see, instead of demolishing a load of nice houses in Linköping, they simply moved them here.
So all the houses here in Old Linköping has existed for real?
Absolutely.
And they were moved over here to make space for new houses in Linköping?
You're catching on quickly, Pelle.
They weren't using gigantic hands when they moved them, did they?
No, they weren't. They loaded all the houses on trailers and drove them to old Linköping.
Sounds dangerous.
Yeah, they had to drive them very slowly.
Oh, here's a house just being dropped.
Yep, that's the school.
Should we have a peep?
Yeah, sure.
Wow, that's some amount of kids.
Some classes could be up to 50 kids.
Wow, in my class we were only 25.
Look at that.
No pens?
Nope, back then they used quills dipped in ink. They also used slates and...
Sand?
That's right. Paper was really expensive back then, so the youngest kids in the class had to write in sand.
Oh, what's happening now?
It seems like the little girl has done something she wasn't supposed to do. And here's the teacher.
She's not looking happy.
No, you could end up getting a proper caning if you'd been naughty.
Caning?
They use a cane to whip children with.
Didn't that hurt?
It did, but you wouldn't do it again.
Well, I suppose not.
We probably shouldn't disturb them any longer.
Where are we going now then?
You know, Pelle, there's plenty to see. The school's just one of the many houses that...
What do all the grown-ups do?
Good question. We'll go and have a look.
It's hot in here.
Can you guess where we are?
Fire... Hang on, blacksmith.
Good, Pelle. We're here with the blacksmith while he's working.
He's looking a bit old.
Yeah, but he's a man with perseverance and stamina. You have to be when you're a blacksmith.
What does a blacksmith make? Swords?
You're playing too many video games. Things used on the farm were made here in Valagård's blacksmith. You know, things like hinges, horseshoes, and nails.
Whoa, check out the sparks.
You see the dirt floor here? That's for the floor not to catch on fire while working.
Ah, clever. Hey, Johan, it's getting a bit hot in here now.
Yeah, we can go now. I just want to show you one more thing in Valagård.
Wow, that's a cool tractor.
Yeah, although this tractor didn't exist 100 years ago. But it's nice, isn't it?
I suppose. But what did they use it for?
This particular one wasn't used for any major jobs, but was mainly used for gardening.
All right then. What does a tractor look like then?
Yeah. I understand you want to know. Check this out, Pelle. This one was used 100 years ago for harvesting. Do you know what it's called?
Nope.
The Iron Horse. All right, do you want to see something else?
Of course I do. A barn.
Yeah, just hang on a minute.
What's he doing with that string?
You see, this is a rope maker.
What? They made ropes?
Sure thing. First, hemp was grown. You then whip the hemp against the boards with nails attached to get the best fibers out of it. After that, yarn was spun from the fibers and attached to 3 strands. They were spun around while a device called the top tied the yarn together into a rope. Clever, isn't it?
Well, yeah.
Listen to this. The oldest painting where a rope can be seen is in Spain and dates back to 15,000 years ago.
What? Really?
Now you're really paying attention. Can you imagine that rope making started 15,000 years ago and is still being practiced?
Is it?
Yes, new materials are developed in a similar way for mountain climbing and Kevlar materials, you know.
Kevlar?
Well, we'll cover that another time. Now we're going shopping for sweets.
Are we?
Well, no, we're not. We'll be watching other people doing it.
Uh-huh.
So, this is what a shop looked like 100 years ago.
It's cozy looking.
Yep, you've got everything here. Spices, cleaning materials, spirits.
Spirits?
Yeah, well, it was easier back then. Anyway, you'll buy your eggs, just like the ladies here are doing, on tab, then pay at the end of the month. Things were easy 100 years ago, weren't they?
Isn't that how a credit card works today?
Well, yeah, I suppose. I didn't think about that.
Maybe I should be the narrator instead.
Let's concentrate. Look, here's a few more kids.
Ah, they're buying sweets.
Well, what's interesting is the wrapping. Do you see the cone in which they get their sweets?
Yeah?
That'll be the oldest packaging in the world. Would you believe?
Ah, that's so many sweets.
Yep, but you couldn't just beg for money from your parents back then. Eating sweets was a luxury, and you were lucky to get some once or twice a year.
Once or twice a year?
That's right, unless you're really rich, of course. Let's go and check out some people who were. Come on.
Is she rich?
Well, no, she's the housekeeper. That's a woman with a slightly higher position on the farm than the rest of the maids and farmhands. She's like a supervisor and quite strict.
So where are the rich people then?
They're probably out for a walk. Seems like they've just had dinner.
All right then. And who is he then?
He is the Baron's servant. You could say his personal assistant. He'll help out with anything and everything, so that the Baron's everyday life gets a bit easier.
So how many people were working in the house then?
There were 10 people working for the Baron and Baroness, everyone included. Somebody needed to take care of all the animals as well. Do you want to go and have a look at them, Pelle? Pelle?
I'm out here.
Uh-huh. You're out on the roof again.
Yeah, I heard laughter. Check that out. Kids playing.
Yeah, look at that. You can see the kids playing with skipping ropes and...
Johan?
Yeah?
I just want to watch for a while.
Of course. I'll be quiet. Pelle. Pelle. It's time to go now.
I just want to watch for a little while longer.
Hey you, we might be able to come back another time. Old Linköping will always be here.
Yeah.
Bye Pelle. See you next time.